In just a few days, actually by Friday, free agency season begins. And you know me, you know us New York reporters, we love rumors, we love conjecture, we love all the storylines about who's going to go where, how you can get a star player to go from this team to that team and all that stuff. And I got to tell you, I feel like this is, to me, where it all begins. Because Draymond Green said something that caught my attention that I know you've been kind of hinting at. I've been hinting at it as well. Draymond Green did an interview with Bloomberg over the weekend, and he suggested that the Lakers could be an instant contender if they make one simple move. Let me read you the quote. With LeBron James, if you give them someone like Kyrie Irving, they'll have a chance because of the way Kyrie can score the basketball. LeBron will only put him in a position to do that. Kyrie has not proven to be a great leader. LeBron will put an umbrella over that. If you can do what you're good at, you have LeBron leading, they could contend. And then he adds, but they won't beat us. But still, that is such to me, that is such a compelling idea. I know it's complicated. I get it. But I know that you guys talked to Woj recently about LeBron and his relationship because it's, obviously it's very famous, the breakup that Kyrie and LeBron had with Cleveland. But there has been a bit of a thaw. And when you guys asked Woj about that relationship between the two, he said this.
I think it's absolutely good enough to play together. I think the relationships are a lot less important if you're the Lakers when you are as talent-starved as they are. You get over past issues quickly when you see a chance to bring in a talent, whatever risk comes with that, because right now you're not good enough.
Let's play the hypothetical game, Key. You ready for this?
Yeah, let's go.
What's it going to take to do it? I mean, it's complicated, but everything, to me, in the NBA, we have learned over the last 20 years in the era of player movement that anything is possible if you get enough people to help and you have enough first-round picks to share with people to get those involved. Russell Westbrook cannot go back to Brooklyn and play with Kevin Durant. That can't happen. So you're going to need one or even two teams to help you facilitate this deal. But I think it could happen. But before we even get into how it can happen, this is what I want to know. I'm going to ask you, but I'm also asking the listeners, 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. Hypothetical, we're playing the game. Don't be a wet blanket and say it's not going to happen. Just jump in the pool. It's warm. LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kyrie makes the Lakers what in the West?
I think
what do you say, Keith?
I think they would be, in my opinion, probably right underneath Golden State. Right underneath Golden State, tied with the healthy Clippers. I think that's where that would be. It would be Golden State, Lakers, Clippers kind of on an even plane. Memphis drops down a little bit, Dallas, then you get into the Utahs of the world and those sort of teams. That's what I think. But, I'll let you know if Kyrie is coming here or not once he buys a house, because that's the thing now. You got to buy a house in L.A.
That always
before you can before you actually can be a Laker, you have to have a place of residence.
I thought he did. No?
He might. I'm sure. You know what? You just never know. Until that start to surface, we'll never know. But I think if you put those three together, man, that's an ideal championship caliber team. And Woj is right to say that the umbrella that LeBron would be carrying will cover up a lot of the so-called non-leadership of a guy in Kyrie Irving. Now, everybody's not born to be a leader. Some people think they're leaders, and then some people think people will follow them, but everybody's not that case. But as far as the talent goes, there's no question that he would make the Lakers competitive. They would be contenders, everything that Woj talked about, as well as Draymond Green.
Now, the one thing that people have thrown out there is what if he just decides to opt out, become a free agent, and we'll know Thursday if that's the case, or actually we should know Wednesday if that's the case. If he does that and walks away from a $36 million option and goes into free agency where there's not a lot of money available, there aren't teams that have cap space, not many, and whatever
but
they
he's
have.
Not, but he's not opting out. He's not opting out, Allen, to go to any team, though, right? He's only opting out to go somewhere that he can go. I mean, he's not going to go play in Sacramento because he's not chasing the money.
Right. So with that in mind, though, a team like the Lakers would only be able to offer him the mid-level exception because they're so far over the cap. So he can't possibly take a mid-level exception, a $30 million pay cut,
Why
just to go play with LeBron.
I can't count his money for him. I don't know what he's made. I don't know what he's sold in stocks and bonds and this, and I can't count his money, right? We can't do that. But I can tell you he has forfeited money in the past. So it's not like it would be unreasonable for him to forfeit it again and be able to say, you know what, I can make up some of it in other areas over the course of the year. Now, you would say there's no way possible he can make up $30 million. I don't know because I don't know what his shoe contracts look like. I don't know what some of the off-the-court stuff, I just don't know.
The rumors are that his Nike deal is in peril. That's not likely that they're going to re-up with him over his sneaker that has been such a popular sneaker. That's one concern. Again, there's losing money there. He has, as you mentioned, given back a lot of money because he hasn't played. He's forfeited a lot of salary because he just hasn't played. But as you mentioned, you know what? Braun Productions, Spring Hill Productions, maybe a little Uncle Drew 2 in the promise. There's always ways to circumvent the cap and make up the difference somehow, some way. That's why I said, look, I always feel like where there's a will, there's a way. And if they really want to do this, it can get done. It would be very complicated, but it's possible to get this thing done.
I think what's happening in all of this, so we as television personalities and fans of the game, we start looking at the money side of it.
Yeah.
And we say there's no possible way that we would leave $30 million on the table to go play or go somewhere else. It's just you can't fathom that. But certain people don't value certain things the same way others do.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.